Welcome back to the Countdown to Kia NBA Tip-Off 2010-2011 Season Preview. After a week unlike any other in the history of NBA free agency, cities across the NBA held their breath as two-time Kia MVP LeBron James decided where he would play.
The announcement fans and NBA franchises all over have been sweating about.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
LeBron joined Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade to form the league's newest powerhouse, setting off an unprecedented fan and media frenzy.
We're starting off the new decade with the new champions, the Miami Heat.
LeBron looked at both of us. He was like, this is crazy. What are y'all doing here? What am I doing here? What are we doing here together?
That's cool. That's cool. I'll take that.
We start, of course, with LeBron James.
I have no idea what to say about what we have seen.
Excitement never seen before. Has he fans expecting more? NBA championship.
They're a superpower, and they're a team everyone will pay attention to every time they play.
I'll be signing something. He's like, Chris, can you please sign something? I'll be in the middle of time. Thank you so much, LeBron.
LeBron take a little pressure off you now?
No, he had it, son.
When you have two of the top 4 players in the NBA on the same team, I mean, how could he not expect a championship?
Work it, come on, work it.
Every corner we've turned, somebody's handed us a championship already. But we know that that's not the case.
When it was time to get down to work, the Heat began their own version of basic training, holding their camp at a nearby Air Force base.
We haven't done anything yet, so we still got a lot to learn. Every day, Coach Bo's going to, Coach staff will give us what we need to do to get better, and we got to come out and practice and get better.
Curl that. Now we got the point guard coming off. You can go through on that or come back on the strong.
The best thing about it is that all 3 of our superstars are very unselfish and even make other players better.
They're connected to a higher goal, a collective responsibility where they feel like they're part of something that's bigger than themselves. That's what it's all about.
There you go, push.
The only thing I care about is the numbers in that W column. We can sit here and preach numbers, but at the end of the day, probably everybody's numbers are going to go down. But if we win the game, that's all that matters.
We're not there yet, and we know we can look at the Boston Celtics of the world, the LA Lakers of the world, and say that's what we need to get to.
But after all the hype, Miami got an immediate dose of reality when Wade strained his hamstring, just 3 minutes into their preseason opener.
Watch Wade, he pulls up a little bit lame right there. He's grabbing his hamstring.
And that is not a pretty picture for Eric Spoelstra and their coaching staff.
With Wade sidelined for most of the preseason, the spotlight would shift to the Heat's 2 new stars, James and Bosh.
Bosh inside, hammers it home.
Chris Bosh scored 20s in that third period.
What a move by James!
For a team still trying to blend all its talent into a unit, the injury to Wade has been a setback. But the lofty expectations haven't changed, and the Heat know that it's time for them to deliver.
This team wasn't put together to fly under the radar.
Arroyo leads a 3-on-2, goes behind the back. Miller gives it right back the other way to LeBron.
These guys are here for a reason. And we all want the same goal of winning a championship.
Miami's in-state rivals, the Orlando Magic, have a new addition of their own, a brand new arena.
The new building is great. It's everything we expected and probably a little bit more. From our perspective of the basketball court and the locker room and things like that, everything is perfect.
Orlando was virtually perfect in the preseason, with Dwight Howard expanding his offensive arsenal.
As Howard goes sweeping through the lane.
Dwight showed the results of his offseason work with Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon, who helped him with his post moves.
That was a lot of fun. We worked about 3 hours a day. It's great. You're not going to see me doing all the same moves he did, but just learning the game from his view and being able to implement some of the things that we worked on into my game.
Boy, he'd be illegal if he's able to hit that shot.
Last year, the Magic dominated Atlanta in the playoffs, leaving the Hawks to ponder their second straight second-round sweep.
The Magic take care of the Atlanta Hawks.
I think it puts a lot of weight on us to where we feel like we have to win.
And All-Star Joe Johnson is back to lead the charge. But a new head coach, Larry Drew, is at the helm.
If he's on the outside, he's just going to walk in.
We're trying to turn things around this year. I think that we'll be successful, if everybody buys in and commits to what Coach is asking us to do.
Keep moving those feet now.
After making his first All-Star appearance, Al Horford worked hard this summer to get even better and help the Hawks get deeper into the playoffs.
Good. Keep going.
Even the best player can always, improve on something or learn something. I think that's the attitude you have to keep if you want to, be successful.
Nice touch.
By this time, everybody in the league knows that I like going middle. So, it's one of those things that I want to focus on, going back the other way and getting comfortable, either using my left hand or going to the baseline. That's like an area of focus.
Go. Good. That's it. Speed. Good. Nice job. Push. Good. Nice. Perfect. Much better. Good.
I really want to win. I had a chance to experience it at a college level, and the feeling of winning a championship and doing it collectively as a team and, working hard all year. I don't think there's a better feeling than that for a basketball player.
Good. 3 more.
I know it's tough, but that's what you always work for.
Good. Finish it. Nice.